This program is funded in part by Baybell Restaurant and the Bayview Center Bait Shop in Bayview.
Rolling down Highway 95, sailing through a hometown countryside. Move on over, stand aside, my cruise control's an overdrive. Need to take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, or we might lose control tonight. Got the shape, I love to squeeze. Looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to TW Teleproductions North Coast Game of the Week. Strobel Field at Foundation Stadium is where we sit for week number 8 on a sunny Saturday night, and another great night for football here in the fall of 24. It is 8-man football tonight as the Panthers of St. Mary's Central Catholic host Southington Chalker in a Northern 8 football game. There's a scene from high atop Strobel Field as we get set for this one, and a football game that is bringing us right down the home stretch of this Northern 8 season. Wow.
Rising from the ashes.
Yes, rising from the ashes of new departure is the new technology building that came out of nowhere all of a sudden, and it's just totally changed the landscape along West Perkins Avenue. Great shot from the sidelines of the resurfaced Strobel Field this year, the initials of LC for Larry Cook, who sat in that space on the sidelines for many years, a legendary head football coach at Sandusky High, and spent some years at St. Mary's also in his waning years of his career. But boy, what a heck of a man he was, and his legacy still lives on in his initials at Strobel. We get a look at a little bit of a breeze blowing out of the northeast, as many times it just seems to be doing this time of year. There's a couple of legends in their own right, Toby Hammond and his assistant, Toby Notestein. It's kind of interesting to know. We're watching on TV the other night, and my wife sitting on the couch next to me said, "Who's that guy with the gray hair on the sidelines?" Well, welcome, Mr. Hammond. I like it when we can throw the barb his way and it can't come back our way. Just a one-sided affair. That's Southington Chalker from about 2 hours away over near the eastern Ohio border. First year in the Northern 8 Conference for those folks this year, although St. Mary's has played them in the past. Gabe Birch, a junior, 6'2", 240. This kid is an athlete.
I know there's you guys are allowed to be up on the line, right? So just try to give me some room as far as like on the sidelines. You
can tell that Toby has gotten wisdom with age. In the old days, he'd say, "Don't tell me where I can go. I'll go where I want to go." These are the Panther game faces getting set for action tonight. And one thing that is a trademark of Toby Hammond's teams, this is a game face as well. As soon as Toby gets his team out of the locker room, it is business. It is game action. That's the way it has to be. And he'll have it no other way. Mini cheerleader night at St. Mary's. Now there is a great, great shot for the camera. Is he really taking my picture, Mom? Is it a smile or is it a sneer? Get that thing off me. Either that or I'm cold. Yep, the cowgirl herself, Allie Lill, in all of her pink splendor and glory. You know, this is a great day because the cheerleaders always get together early in the day and they have a whole day full of fun with the mini cheerleaders and then bring it all to the field on Friday night. And it's just a whole lot of fun for all involved. And kudos to the cheerleaders for everything they do for the young ones. Yep, I'm working on my parade smile. It's all good stuff. Let me do that practice hip thing again. That was so fun. Here comes your Fan of the Week, brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort, located, of course, in the heart of Ohio in Mansfield. Oh, look at this. Chloe Finneran was such a great touch with the young ones. Let me do it again. Let me do it again. Show me how to play golf, please. Because Chloe's a pretty good golfer in her own right. Fan of the Week is brought to you by Snow Trails Winter Resort in Mansfield, Ohio. Look at some of the fans gathered in after the tailgate session in the parking lot and getting set to see if their Panthers can't put another victory on the board. St. Mary's coming into this game at 5-0 on the year, 4-0 in the Northern 8. Southington Chalker comes to town at 2 wins and 3 losses, and they are 2-2 in league play. So should be a pretty good test as far as the Panthers are concerned in this one. St. Mary's Central Catholic High School Marching Band. All hail to thee, the St. Mary's football team trying to keep that big goose egg in the loss column. Can they do it? We'll find out in just a few moments as we tip off this Northern 8 battle at Strobel Field at Foundation Stadium. Stick around, 8-man football at its best with the Panthers and Chalker all next on the North Coast Game of the Week for week number 8. Stay right where you are. Well, into the background, the skyline of Sandusky, as this message, paid for by committees to elect Leslie Murray and Marcus Harris, helping to bring the first quarter of tonight's action your way, and also sponsored by the Bay Bell Restaurant and Bayview Center Bait Shop, both located a little bit further west on the water out in Bayview. All right, there's Daniel Keller getting set to kick it off, a 6'2", 250-pound senior. He's going to go short with it, and the Panthers are going to take over on their own 40-yard line. Their quarterback is Grant Swain, wearing number 9, 5'10", 150-pound junior, and to his left is Brian Gibson in the backfield, 6 foot, 165-pound junior. Gibson tries off right guard to begin with. Can't really say off tackle in 8-man football because they really have just a center and a guard and then tight ends. Here's Gibson getting tackled out of bounds after a gain of 13 yards to the Chalker 45-yard line. Wildcat defense digging in as you look at the fake on the jet sweep, and then a nice hole opens up for Brian Gibson around the left edge before a young man who was actually their quarterback on offense, Tanner Kelson, makes the stop. Ball coming loose after it hit the ground. But a loss of 1 on the play makes it 2nd down and 11, and now follow the football. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is! Downfield for a 46-yard touchdown pass. And the celebration flex for Reed Weichel in the end zone, a 5'11 senior who gets the first score of the board. First score of the game on the board. It's 2 minutes and 10 seconds into the contest. Because we really can't believe we missed it the first time. Let's look at it again. There's the rollout. You see the toss in the background. And then going to the ground was the quarterback Swain, but he put it on the mark downfield for Weichel, who takes it the distance for 46 yards on 2nd down and 11. And the Panthers with a 6-0 lead. Whew. Feel like I just lost 3 years off my life. Extra point placement up and through for Matt DeRosa, a freshman. Nice job for the left footer, banging it through, and St. Mary's with a 7-0 lead. Line drive kickoff by Gabe Birch, which will be scooped up on the 21-yard line and returned far side by Ethan Bosch. And Bosch will get it out to the 39-yard line, where it's good field position for Chalker. It was a whistle just so the players could rehearse pointing at each other. And now on 1st down and 10, the quarterback takes it around the left side, Tanner Kelson. We mentioned him on defense before, 5'10", 180-pound junior. And now Leland Bosch with a carry for 8 yards and a Chalker first down out to their own 48-yard line. This is actually across midfield to the Panther 48. Ethan Bosch. One Bosch is a junior, and the other Bosch a sophomore. You see the 3 down linemen. A couple of running backs to help in the blocking as well. But it makes no difference as far as Trey Smith is concerned, a 5'11 sophomore for the Panthers at 165. And Smith break through here and sure-handedly knocks him backwards after hitting the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 2 coming up for Chalker on the Panther 40-yard line.
There you go. Beat him up, Oh.
Ethan Bosch. Don't think so. Needed only 2. Never in reach of the line of scrimmage, then bounced off, tried to get more, and he lost a couple of more yards. Back out to the 42-yard line. So it's a 4th and 4. And look at this play. Finishing touches for Reed Weichel. And so far, Reed Weichel's having quite a game. The big play on offense and a 4th down stop on defense. Well, there was one Panther there, couldn't pick up his number as he spun off. To kind of slow the play up until Reed can come up and finish it off. So a 4th down and 4. Results in a couple of yards lost as we give special thanks to the following local businesses supporting us here at the Game of the Week. Toby Hammond and his troops during the switch of possession, which the Panthers go in charge of the ball now on their own 44-yard line. Timeout being called by Chalker. Josh Will on that jet sweep, losing 3 yards. Good defense that time by Chalker. 2nd and 13 for the Panthers. And up top to Braden Gill for a pickup of 22 yards all the way down to the Chalker 37-yard line. Gill, of course, a great target to throw to. With good size. Now Brian Gibson bumped out of bounds after a 7-yard gain down to the Chalker 30-yard line. Swain to Gibson. Gibson fighting for extra yardage, picks up a couple. Third down and short. Would not get there. 3-yard loss for Gibson as there was great penetration off the defensive line that time. So the Panthers set with 4th down and 4 on the Chalker 31-yard line. Grant Swain right up the gut. Not enough. Just picked up a couple. So after 6 plays, the Panthers will turn it back to the Wildcats with 5:30 left to go in the first quarter, and St. Mary's holding a 7-0 advantage. Ethan Bosch running left, nowhere to go. And finally, he's just going to have to get whatever he can before he's knocked down with no gain on the play. And Chalker would face a 2nd down and 10. There's Ethan Bosch once again. Both young men at 6 feet tall. Ethan Bosch at 150, Leland at 160. This time it's just going to be the quarterback keeping it. And Kelson carries for 3 to bring up a 4th down and 1. Hello and goodbye. Well, when you go for it and you throw a lazy little thing up in the air like that, Trey Smith again making his presence known, as he has a couple of times already in this game. Scoots into the end zone. And this is just a 4th and 1. Interesting, this is the play they would run. That little dying quail. It's picked off by Smith at about the 34-yard line. And it was nobody to get him. So 34-yard return for a score by Trace Smith. Big thrill for a sophomore. And St. Mary's ups their lead to 13-0 before the extra point attempt of Mateo DeRosa. Perfect. 14-0 is the Panther advantage with 3:38 left in the first quarter. Trey Smith eating up that camera when he can. Kickoff this time returned by Ethan Bosch, slowed down and then finished off by Brian Gibson at the 24-yard line. Ethan Bosch.
There you go.
Not much doing there. As Trey Smith again is there for St. Mary's along with Gavin Ebner. And then the incomplete pass. Good defense by Gibson, and now it's going to be a 3rd down and 8 on their own 26. Quarterback cuts it up, and that's a 1st down plus a few. It's a gain of 15 yards out to the 41, and Chalker with their 2nd 1st down. Oh, look at this. Little flea flicker for a jet sweep for nothing. It's pretty tough to run that play in 8-man football. I mean, you don't have a lot of people holding off would-be tacklers up front, and then the fumble knocks them for another 2-yard loss. So it's 3rd down and 12 coming up for Chalker. The ball on their own 39-yard line. Braden Gill, big defensive play for the Panthers, knocking that play for a yard loss. So when the second quarter begins, Chalker will face 4th down and 13 on their own 38-yard line. Will they go? Won't they go? Find out in just a few moments on your North Coast Game of the Week. Second quarter coming your way courtesy of Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated, with heating, cooling, and plumbing on Columbus Avenue in Sandusky. And the Sandusky Bay Pancake House on Route 250 Sandusky, serving the area since 1966. Chalker to punt it away on fourth down. After the return by Caden Weichel. Panthers start this drive on their 27. Not much room for Josh Will that time. 1 yard pickup to bring up a second down and 9. Ball off the hands of Reed Weichel and incomplete to bring up a third down and 9. Here comes Grant Swain, needing 9, picking up 6. And the Panthers, on their first series of the second quarter, will have to give it up. Gabe Birch kicking that football away. Chalker takes over on their own 26. This is their junior quarterback, Kelson. Dodging some traffic and then throwing incomplete downfield to bring up a second down and 10. See Gabe Birch over center, Gavin Ebner leading the Panther down lineman. Panthers held them without a first down, so they're going to face a third down and 7. Well, when you're running out of time, just flinging it up in the air proves not to be of much value right there. Braden Gill comes up with the interception and will take it forward to the Chalker 20-yard line. Take another look here for Matthews Ford with all the pressure being put on Kelson. Here comes Birch. Of course, I'd run away from him too if I had the opportunity. And then just shovels it forward, and Gill is right there to make the catch. It's funny, number 54, Gavin Stewart from Chalker, just kind of watching that. Uh-oh, I better tackle him. Gill didn't want to go down either until he was at the 20. The Panthers immediately in the red zone to start this drive. Ryan Gibson for 3. Gibson again for another 3 to bring up a third down and 4. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week: Matthews Ford, Leslie Murray Law, Fosco Cement, David F. Cook Funeral and Cremation Services, Diederich Motors, Payne Nichols and Company, Good Time Lake Erie Island Cruises, UBS Financial Services, Crush Wine Bar, Dockside Cafe, Schlesman Seed Company, and Pier Pub. It's a run by Grant Swain for 13 yards all the way down to the 1 yard line. And just like that, Panthers, after the interception by Gill, are knocking on the door. First down and goal. Well, that one didn't work. Gibson for no gain. Second down and goal from the 1. Swain makes that one look easy as he just waltzes it into the end zone from a yard away, and the Panthers increase their lead to 20-0. Not much work for Gibson to do after the offensive line kind of did it all for him. Somehow, the holder just didn't like what was going on there. Whatever, calls out fire, and everybody releases. But the pass goes incomplete, and the score stays at 20-0 SMCC. Ethan Bosch, just shy of the 30-yard line on the return. Gavin Ebner, Gabe Birch, Reed Weichel digging in on defense for the Panthers. On first down, little swing pass out to Leland Bosch. You could hear the Panthers on the sideline. Come on, get him. 23-yard pickup down to the Panther 40-yard line. And the quarterback, Kelson, for no gain, as Gill is there to make another big play in the Panther defense. But Kelson, not to be denied. Cuts that one up and out. And forward for 11 yards. The St. Mary's 29-yard line.
Lock the vertical on the tight end there. Here we go.
All complete for Zach Pack. There's a neat name in it, Zach Pack. Number 19. Snagging the pass and then taking it right down the middle of the field till Braden Gibson makes the stop. Second time I did that, till Braden Gill makes the stop. Kelson looks right side and throws incomplete, but a penalty flag down. Pass interference will give Chalker a first down on the Panther 12-yard line. Thanks to the following businesses for their support of the North Coast Game of the Week. Holler Sheet Metal, Jim's Pizza Box, O Supplies, Luco, Pizza House West, Sandusky Steel and Supply, Gnome's Podiatric Medicine, Steinemann Hafner Insurance Services, Brady Signs, Cook Aluminum, and by Wendy's. Well, this is Chalker. Second down and 10 coming up from the 12. Take another look for Matthews Ford. Second down and 10 at the 12-yard line for the orange and black clad Wildcats from Southington Chalker. Here comes Kelson right at us. Not much room there. We'll pick up a yard. Now they're facing third down and 9 on the 11. Brian Gibson. And I'm cutting right across the middle and in front of the receiver to break that pass up to make it fourth down and 9. And oh my, that's not the ideal thing for the Panthers, as the toss over the middle for Ethan Bosch results in the first 6 points of the night for Southington Chalker. Right between the defenders, and able to take it into the end zone as Ethan Bosch. That one from 11 yards away. And the Panthers see their lead chopped down. And it is now 20-6 on our Civista Bank scoreboard. Panthers going to get it back. Now leading by 14. And getting good field position all night long, this time on the 40-yard line. And there goes Brian Gibson far side and showing some nice power. Drive on that second effort to get him 6 yards out to the 46, or it's second down and 4. All through the hands of the intended receiver, Josh Will. Going to take it out on his helmet. His helmet didn't do anything. And there's Grant Swain to pick up the first down at midfield for SMCC. Fake on the jet sweep, and Gibson with a toss to Gill. And Braden is not done yet. Not till he's down to the 27-yard line after a pickup of 23 yards. And watch this gunslinger right here in Grant Swain. And Gill just keeps on motoring for more. Finally, the quarterback getting him down. And the Panthers will set up shop on the 27-yard line and turn loose Grant Swain. And there he goes. Swain got the edge, took it to the house from 27 yards away. And the Panthers are back up 26-6. Another good look here for Matthews Ford. Josh Will and Brian Gibson, the lead blockers. And Grant Swain taking full advantage and going untouched into the end zone from 27 yards away. Chalker from their 40, trying to battle back again from 20 down. Whoever it was that was yelling on the Panther sideline hit him. Got ignored for a while. Till 16 yards for Kelson. Boy, he's got a bad habit of doing that. That ball just flies up into the air. And that ends up being an illegal forward pass because the lineman caught it. And that's Sonono, Troy McCartney. Well, I mean, it gets to a point where you just have to accept the fact the play's going nowhere. You're just almost saying, here, I don't want it. Somebody else take it. But it very easily could have been a Panther that was standing right there.
it down, right, sir? Hey, everyone back up. Back up. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Mild-mannered Toby Hammond. Doesn't sound right about that statement. Easy to do when you've got a 20-point lead just before halftime, I suppose. Panthers playing an outstanding first half of football. Scoring the first 3, 1 on defense. And they'll end up leading here at halftime by a solid margin. And the last play of the half, it's just chucked up wildly downfield. And the Panthers will lead at halftime 26-6. Our third quarter is being brought to you by Civista Bank. They are focused on you as we are focused on that bird. The Old Fish House in Huron with knickknacks, snacks, and BS facts. Kind of a majestic sight there, isn't it? Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky also helping to bring our third quarter of the Panthers and Wildcats your way on this week's Game of the Week. All smiles in Pantherville at halftime with SMCC holding a 26-6 advantage over Chalker. Southington, Ohio. Well, it's way over on the eastern border of Ohio near Pennsylvania. You see a Saturday night worth of fans in the stadium where it's also a Saturday night where Ohio State was playing, of course. So a lot of people just like to stay home in the comfy confines of their home and take in the Buckeyes, as well as maybe catching this one a week later on the Game of the Week. That's the way we do the pom-poms, indeed. Here comes Gabe Birch, and here we go with our second half of football. Off into no man's land, and then the ball, as soon as it's touched, live ball, and Chalker's going to start on their own 25-yard line. Ethan Bosch in motion, and Ethan Bosch running it right up the gut. Good open field stop there by Braden Gill, or else it would have been a lot more damaging. As it is, an 8-yard pickup to make it 2nd down and 2. These Bosch boys are getting a lot of work tonight. That's Leland Bosch. Enough for the first down out on the 37-yard line. Fake to Bosch that time, and it is Kelson keeping through the middle. And he'll pick up 4 out to the 41-yard line. Bosch boys on either side of the quarterback, and this is Leland finding some open space up the right sideline. Take another look at Bosch up that east sideline at Strobel, making that one inside move on a would-be tackler there, and turning on the Jets before Josh Will finally rides him down after a pickup of 29 yards all the way down to the Panther 30-yard line. There's Ethan Bosch for 5. Ethan again. You can just hear all those pads banging in the background. In this battle for supremacy between the Panthers and Wildcats. Here comes Leland Bosch. He'll carry for 6. And Chalker has 2nd down and 4 on the Panther 13-yard line. And keep an eye on the quarterback. And he goes unscathed into the end zone until he hits the end zone. I think it's a pop by Brian Gibson. But it ends up being a touchdown run from 13 yards out. Nice play fake and a good decision by Kelson to hold on to the football because nobody touches it until that. Tough earned 6 points right there for Kelson. And now 2-point conversion. Nice little bootleg by Kelson, and he will waltz his way into the corner of the end zone for a 2-point conversion and a score that now reads 26-14 after an 8-play, 75-yard drive that took 4 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. Chalker with 4 first downs on that touchdown drive. Thanks to the following businesses for supporting us on the Game of the Week. They are Hermes Parker Concrete, Snow Trails Winter Resort, Savista Bank, Matthews Ford, Cameo Pizza, Daly's Pub, Landmark Kitchen and Bar, Shorehouse Tavern, S&H Blinds and Floors, and Loris Printing. Panthers taking over possession from their 35, and Grant Swain going to give it a try. Junior quarterback for 4, and a lot of Panthers groaning on the sideline like, yeah, maybe there could have been a flag there, but no blood, no foul. Here comes Josh Will on that jet sweep. Will for a pair. The Panthers now a 3rd and 4 on their own 41. Gibson with a catch. We'll leave the rest open just for your own interpretation. I don't know the answer to that question, so I just leave it alone. It's Gibson for 1. It's 4th and 3. Sounds the same in slow motion, too. Here's Birch. You know what Birch was doing? That's booting it downfield so the Chalker has to start out at their 27-yard line. And Chalker put a nice drive together on their first possession of the second half to make this a game again at 26-14.
There we go.
Braden Gill, man, his number has been called a lot. Especially on the defensive side of the ball tonight. 2nd down and 10. Ethan Bosch, nothing doing. Trace Smith, Gavin Ebner for the stop. Loss of yard, it's 3rd down and 11. And look at the defensive work done here. Nowhere to go. And it's going to remain that way as Ebner steps in. Third down and 11. Play fake. And the long toss by Kelson downfield over the head of his intended receiver, Tegan Noble. On 4th down, catch made, but not enough for a first down as business is taken care of out on the flats by Caden Weichel.
Let's get it back, Alvin. Ball.
Needed 11 and only picked up 8.
We got this now. This is that big.
Red 15, 22, 13, Mike. Let's go.
Here comes Swain. Swain for 3. And the Panthers coming up with a 3rd and 7. The short toss, defensed well. Pickup of 2 for Brian Gibson. Would make it 4th down and 5, but in this field position with a 12-point lead, it's 4-down territory. Panthers are taking a timeout here. Trying to make sure they've got their fourth down signals straight. Thanks for your support. It's these local businesses taking care of us here at the North Coast Game of the Week. J Bistro downtown, Gardner Strayer Insurance Group, Snow Trails, Summit Motorsports Park, Loris Printing, Pizza Brothers, Kaufman and Associates Company, LPA, Baybell Restaurant, O.E. Meyer Company, Foster Chevrolet Cadillac, and Ben Olemaker, Realtor.
Mike, let's go.
Ball batted into the air and incomplete. Motion and handoff coming to Leland Bosch. And Bosch held on to by Gill. He just doesn't want to stop.
There you go. Nice job. Nice job. There you go. Trace, don't take off, buddy. All right? You got to stay there and watch it. Gabe, nice job. Stay there. Back up, Josh. Back up, Josh.
Here comes Bosch once again, and boy, you could hear that hit by who else? The number 6, Braden Gill. Hey, this is just a head-on collision here. And Gill, as he has shown all night long, once he gets his mitts wrapped around you, he ain't letting go. So they'll kick it away, and the Panthers get it back with a minute and a half to play in the third quarter. Still with a 26-14 advantage as the only scoring in this third quarter coming on the opening drive of the second half by Chalker. Well, that time Swain was absolutely buried for a 3-yard loss to bring up a third down and 10. Swain trying to do it on his own right here will pick up 5. And it leaves the Panthers in a punting situation on fourth down and 5. We get ready to wrap up quarter number 3. Gabe Birch with a nice job covering up that short snap or scooping it up and getting a solid punt off downfield that get Chalker back to their 42-yard line for the fourth and final quarter coming up with the Panthers leading by a dozen. And that fourth quarter is going to be sponsored by Hartung Titles, supporting local athletics for generations all across the North Coast. Somewhere, somehow, you know somebody who's been associated on a team of Ed Hartung's. And the fourth quarter also brought to you by the folks that are focused on you at Civista Bank. Oh, enjoy that shot, folks. They're going away in a hurry. Here comes your North Coast Moment, which, as always, is sponsored by Shores and Islands, Ohio. Oh. You know, nothing is so fortunate as when you have to be walking down by the pier and you see one of these things coming into the bay. And then eventually, it takes up anchor at the coal docks on the west end. And just fun to watch the whole operation. That is your North Coast Moment, and it's brought to you by Shores and Islands, Ohio. Right, the Panthers starting on their 42. And not doing much. Chalker with the football and quarterback Kelson. Weichel slowed him up for Birch to finish him off. So Chalker facing a third down and 8 on their own 44-yard line. Yeah, just love hearing this banter from the sidelines. Learn a little bit more about the game. Look at this ball, all the way back down deep. Where it's downed at the 2-yard line, the Panthers have to fight out of a big hole right here. They start with a 3-yard run by Brian Gibson.
Brad, 36, 44. Where's Mike? Let's go.
Well, that's one way to get out of a hole. Give it to Josh Will and just let him rumble for 24 yards. From the 5 all the way out to the 29. Watch his jet sweep. Lead block out there by Brian Gibson. And then Will accelerates around the edge. Nicely done for the first down. First down number 8 on the ball game for the Panthers. They went through the whole third quarter without a first down. So that one was their first of the second half. Just off the fingertips of Gill, and yeah, he is mad. Here comes Will around the edge. Look at him go until finally Ethan Bosch corrals him out of bounds after a 21-yard pickup. All the way to the Chalker 47-yard line. You get the edge in 8-man football, you can do a lot of damage. And look at Will right here as he gets the edge, turns it up, and accelerates down the sideline. Panther first down, and Grant Swain adding a few more on.
Oh, no!
Guess what? It's not going to count, as you could tell from the exclamation heard in the background. First and 13 from midfield. Here's a 10-yard pickup by Will once again. This time the pass caught by Braden Gill for 3 and a first down to the 37-yard line, but here's Swain. That's a pretty easy call for the official on a face mask, and that'll give him yardage a little bit down deeper in Chalker territory. But that's dangerous. I mean, thankfully everything's all right, but Swain just gets up shaking his head like, you can't do that. That ball gets intercepted. Looked like it actually bounced off the St. Mary's receiver. And off the deflection, Chalker takes over on their own 7-yard line. So still alive in this football game with 6:44 to play. And down by a dozen. It's 13 yards on the first carry for the quarterback, Kelson, out to the 20-yard line. There's a nice run right here. Now the quarterback, Kelson, till Caden Weichel finally makes the stop. Ethan Bosch battling for yardage out to the 41-yard line, a second down and 1. And then Leland Bosch tossed to the ground. No gain, a 3rd down and 1 as Gabe Birch, for 2 plays in a row, does the job on defense. Another look right here at Birch. Gabe's a pretty sure-handed defender. As you could see right there, there was nothing. Kelson looking, firing, and losing to Brian Gibson. The Panthers now take the football over with 4.5 minutes left to play. And with a 12-point lead, you want the clock running. That was a nice job by Swain just to cut inside before he got to that sideline. You don't want to go out of bounds and stop the clock. Brian Gibson, 10-yard gain to the 21. Ooh. Real live sounds of football at Strobel Field. After the Panthers pick up a couple of first downs, it becomes apparent that they're going to have enough time to just run this thing out. There's Gibson pounding his way down to the 3-yard line. You know, the stats would be nice if you got another touchdown on the board and win it by a bigger score. But you know what? That's not the way Toby Hammond operates. Take a couple of knees and the ball game. The game is won. No sense embarrassing anybody or getting anybody hurt. Take a couple of knees to victory, and the Panthers get themselves a victory of 26-14 over Southington Chalker. Panthers increase their record to 6-0 on the year and 5-0 in league play. Up next is Bringing the Heat for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated. This time bringing the heat is that man, Gabe Birch. And look what it forces. Braden Gill with the interception. And you play defense like that, stand a chance to win a lot of football games. That's Bringing the Heat. Nice job, Gabe Birch. It's for Gunlock Sheet Metal Works Incorporated since 1889. Paving the Way is up next. It's sponsored by Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. Paving the way right here is quarterback Grant Swain. The short touchdown run, and the Panthers, part of a big first half for them. Paving the Way is sponsored by Hermes Parker Concrete Limited of Sandusky. And now your pancake play of the game, which is brought to you by Sandusky Bay Pancake House since 1966. And again this week, it ends up being a $10 gift card for the most scrumptious pancakes in the world. And it goes out to Mr. Weichel. I'm sorry, Mr. Smith. Trace Smith taking it down the field and into the end zone on that interception and score. And the one that increases the Panther lead to 14-0. That's your pancake play of the game and a $10 gift card for Trace Smith. right, folks, that's it for this week. Congratulations to the Panthers on staying unbeaten. When we get together again, it is the Hometown Showdown in week number 9. Sandusky Blue Streaks travel to Perkins to take on the Pirates. It should be quite a showdown. We look forward to seeing that and you next time we're together on the North Coast Game of the Week.